What's up everyone, I am Reed from GYEON and I am here at FCP Euro to work on this 3 Series. We did a video on fully washing the car and how to do that safely to prevent swirling. We did a whole video on decontamination and paint correction. And now to lock in all of that work that we've done, we're gonna do ceramic coating. Now, why would you ceramic coat your car? One, it enhances gloss, makes it look really good, and makes it easier to clean. So when you put all that work in, paint correction, all that, it will keep looking its best. We're gonna walk you through that process now, and to start, we're gonna start with prep. So what is the importance of this step? Well, this is essentially a degreasing product, and we want to ensure that when we apply the ceramic coating, it's going on nothing but the paint itself. It's going right on top of the clear coat. So this will remove any sort of oils, or if you paint correct it or not, you want to ensure that you're bonding that ceramic coating directly to the paint. So that's what we're going to use this for. We're going to use 2 towels in this portion. So one's going to be pretty soaked with the product. I'm going to get that towel saturated, as well as spraying the panel itself. Then we're going to go ahead and just wipe that across. And then from there, we're going to move to the second towel, which is going to be more dry. And this is just to help remove all of that residual prep that's still on the surface. Pretty simple process, pretty important one though, and we're just gonna keep working around half this hood that we're working on. So now that half the hood has been prepped and now it's ready for ceramic coatings. You might notice that we have 2 different ones here. GYEON does have a full line of ceramic coatings with different results, and there's also a difference between if you're a newcomer to ceramic coatings or you're very experienced. Pure is the one we're going to choose for this car. I recommend this one for darker colored cars because this is going to be our glossiest and most concentrated ceramic coating in our lineup. This one's still easy to apply, and we're going to use it for this car because it is a darker color. We also have this one. It's kind of a funny name because it is a 2-year coating. This one's 2 years. Pure is actually a 3-year coating, and this one's going to be what we recommend for maybe it's like your first time doing a ceramic coating. This one's going to be a tad bit more user-friendly. But for this car, we're doing Pure. And let's go through actually what comes in the kit. You have the coating itself, which is going to come in this nice sealed little bottle here. You have the applicator pad. It is going to be 2-sided. We also have a maintenance guide, which is what you can use to keep track of your maintenance post ceramic coating application. We have a couple stickers here. One's actually for like your door sills, so you can specify on the car, maybe you sell it, and this will specify that it has been ceramic coated with GYEON, and you can actually tell which coating it was used with. And then we have an instruction guide. Now we are telling you how to do it here, but no matter what, we always recommend reading this just in case. In addition to the actual ceramic coating kit, we have 2 towels here. One's gonna be a short fiber towel, the bald wipe, and one's gonna be a longer fiber towel, the soft wipe. And in a second, we're gonna apply it and we'll tell you why we have 2. First, we're gonna pull out these towels. You wanna make sure you have these ready to go when you start the ceramic coating process. Now, we always recommend new towels for a ceramic coating, just in case there's anything, even though they might have been washed, you never know, there could be something still on there. And we want nice clean towels for this process. So I'm gonna pull these out ready to go. We're also gonna go ahead and drip the ceramic coating onto the applicator. Now, since it's the first time that we're using this, it's a brand new one, we're gonna drip probably a little bit more than we normally would. Just gonna go ahead and just make sure it's properly saturated. I'm gonna probably go about 4 times. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of smush it all together to spread that product around so it's not just in that middle area. And then when it comes to the actual working area on the car, it's gonna be a similar size to what we did for paint correction in the previous video. And you wanna work the product across the area as much as you can. So I'm gonna pick a shoulder width section. I'm gonna go ahead and spread the product, kitty corner across it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and work off that. So what we did is we spread as much ceramic coating across the working area, and then we're gonna go right back across that and pull from that saturated section. Ideally, you spread as much coating across the whole surface as you can, as quickly as you can. So the whole area is covered, and then we're just gonna follow it up by tracing the outline. to ensure that we hit all the edges. Most common areas where you will make mistakes are the edges and corners of your working area. So that's going to be on there ready to sit. You can actually see it starting to rainbow a little bit. Some coatings will actually do something called sweating, which is almost like little beads show up. This one does not do that. This is going to be a rainbowing effect. And then we're going to use our short fiber towel here, and we're going to go ahead and work it in. You don't want to, when you're wiping the towel, you don't want to work it out of your working area because that might just cause for some weird overlaps or mistakes. So I'm going to use this, and this is going to go ahead and remove about 80% of the ceramic coating. And I'm going to keep wiping it into my working area here. And for this, we're always going to recommend circular motions. And like I said, that's probably 85% of the coating removed. And then we're going to follow it up with a longer one. And this is just going to be so we hit that last 15% or so and remove all of that excess solvents on there. So when I say we're removing the ceramic coating, it's not that we're removing the whole thing. We're removing the solvent carrier that keeps the liquid. And when you remove that, it's going to allow it to harden. And that's essentially what you're doing when you're curing the ceramic coating. And what we're looking for are called high spots. Those are essentially marks of the solvent carriers that you didn't remove on the surface. And it's good to have just a, it doesn't hurt to keep double checking. You just want to make sure all those are removed, because once those cure, they're almost impossible to remove unless you use a product like Total Remover, or like you actually have to polish it to get it off. So we did just finish up ceramic coating half this 3 Series hood. We did do the side that we paint corrected. And after you apply the ceramic coating, you want to make sure the car is in stable conditions for at least 12 hours. That allows the coating to cure enough that you can then take it outside. If it does get wet within that first period, make sure you dry it immediately. And we also don't recommend washing the car for at least a week. Ideally, you make that 14 days though. It's a pretty simple process. Hopefully you learned some tips or tricks of how to do it in this video, but if you do have any questions about it, please comment below. Once again, thanks to FCP Euro for hosting us here. It's been a fun project to work with them. Like, subscribe, follow for more videos, and if you didn't catch the 2 previous to this, go ahead and check those out as well. I'll catch you all later.